Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Tazria and Metzora. Today's Divrei Torah both come from Sefer Rav Pam on the Parsha. For Tazria, Rav Pam says that one of the 7 different reasons why a person will be punished with saras, besides the famous one of Lashon Hara, is also because of selfishness. And selfishness can come in different ways. And Rav Pam gives an example through a story he heard from Rav Gedalia Shor, the Rosh Yeshiva Torah Das, who heard from Rav Shabsi Yogel, the pre-war Rosh Yeshiva of the Slanama Yeshiva. He says there was one person there, one Jewish person, who some people called the second Chofetz Chaim because of his midos tovos, his learning, his care of his speech, his chesed. So the person asked Reb Shabsi, he says, well, what's the difference between him and Rabbi Yisrael Meir Cohen, the real Chofetz Chaim? So Reb Shabsi responded, sadly, only the real Chofetz Chaim would want other people to be another Chofetz Chaim. This person, he didn't want other people to reach his madrega. So even though this person had many great levels of his Torah and Chesed and his speech, carefulness, etc., but he had one sickness. He liked the prestige. He didn't want other people to be as great as he was. The Chofetz Chaim would have been very happy, and he wrote all his different svarim, and for this purpose, he wanted people to elevate themselves, and he'd love it if there was hundreds or thousands of Jews who were also considered just like the Chofetz Chaim. So that was the difference between the real Chofetz Chaim, Rabbi Yisrael Meir Cohen, and the second Chofetz Chaim. Moving on to Metzora, so Rav Pam would often give question and answer discussions for Menalim and Mechanchim, for teachers and principals and school leaders. And one time, one of the questions was, if a parent inquires about a student, he asks the Rebbe or the teacher, and he wants to know about the student's character traits and does he learn well, his home atmosphere, etc. Is the rabbi or teacher permitted to respond to this question? Rav Pam's answer is that it depends, and primarily on one question. Is there a need for this? Is it l'toeles? Is it because the person wants to know, should my son be friends with, let's say, Yankees, we'll call it the other student, or can it be his chavrusa? Should my son go over to him on Shabbos afternoon to play? Would it be a good influence? So if that's the reason, then it's possible that that he can give answers. But the Rebbe's answer, firstly, should always be, why does it concern you? And so if it's a valid reason, like I said, then he can give an answer. But let's say the student and if the student is not such a good student, then he should answer, I feel your son would be better off with a different boy for a chavrusa, or without going into detail about Yankee's merits and deficiencies. Now, if the person does not have a legitimate need to ask and they're just curious, then the Rebbe should still answer, what difference does it make? Why must you know? And that way he'll ascertain if it's a unnecessary reason. In addition, Rav Pam emphasizes that the same response should be given no matter the quality of that second student or that Yankee, whether it's a good student or a good person, or a weak person. There should be no way to differentiate that person is weak or strong. So if you only say, "Oh, why do you want to know?" by weak student, that'll be automatically implying that this student is weak. And another solution is that for the Rebbe can just simply say, in our class, everybody's good. Nothing needs else to be known when it's just for curious. So thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.